Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons. Today's the 13th day of VEDA, it's the 13th of April, so if I have any viewers who celebrate it, happy Vaisakhi, I suppose? I haven't said that word in years. Anyway, yes, Wednesday, VEDA, Wednes vlog. Hello. There's a reason why I do these vlogs only once a month usually. I don't have much to say because my life isn't that interesting, so digesting it on a monthly basis makes it seem perhaps borderline entertaining, but weekly, there is not enough. There is just not enough going on in my life to be of any interest, which is part of the reason why I have so many different formats for VEDA in the first place, because, as I've mentioned before, most people would just have like 3 to 5 minute, yo, this is what I did today videos as their VEDA thing. Like, they'll have 30 of those, or actually more like 15, and they'll give up partway through. But I'm not here to be salty about other people's vlogging habits. I'm just rambling, actually, because, as I said, literally dick to say, because yes, stuff has happened in my life, but everything that's happened to me in the past week that's even worth talking about is in some way, shape or form related to the 3 things from last week that I can't talk about. So, the stuff that's happening in my personal life, can't talk about it because it's not interesting, but it's good, don't worry. Stuff that's happening in my friends' personal lives, which actually counts for points 2 and 3, they're kind of private matters, so I can't air them on camera, but it's exciting and stuff is happening, and that's as much as I can say, really. By the way, if it looks like I can't make up my mind where I should be looking, or if I've framed this video strangely, then that's because I'm trying a thing, because the way I filmed the intro to this vlog, I tried a thing, and it's literally the most ghetto setup, but I'm using a stapler to hold my phone, and I'm using my phone as a camera, but I've got my laptop recording with my webcam, which I'm pointing at now, and depending on which footage I use, that'll either be me pointing at the camera or me pointing past the camera, but I've got my webcam running as backup, my phone hopefully filming the main take of this, but I spent like 20-30 minutes trying to get the perfect setup, and in the end I've gone with the phone held up by a stapler on top of a book on top of my microphone box sideways. And hopefully that should be in the right position, because I tried so many different setups to try and get the camera exactly where I wanted it, just to have the right kind of framing. If it didn't work, that's a lot of time wasted, but I mean, it only applies for as long as I'm here, so once I go home for the summer, I'll find some other way of orientating my camera, which sounds kind of questionable now that I think about it. And if it does work, then woo, you've got this video in full, proper, true HD, I think. It's either 720 or 1080, I don't know. I think it's filming in 720p, and I think that's true HD, and then 1080 is full HD. I don't know, and I don't care, because personally, certainly with broadcast media, I can't tell the difference between standard definition and high definition. On YouTube, it's much more glaringly obvious because the video sizes are smaller, so it's obvious to see pixels per square inch, or whatever the maths behind it is. But on TV, there are so many pixels anyway that HD looks a little bit brighter, I guess. I understand what it is on principle, and wow. Last week I rambled for 10-15 minutes about my dreams. Now I'm literally just talking about the specifications of high definition on the off chance that my phone is actually working here. And I'm still using the microphone, so, like, you could still have test quality audio despite recording using my phone, and I've just noticed that for some reason Audacity's got my microphone set at 100% sensitivity, so if this video sounds like arse, then god fucking damn it. Could be worse though. I mean, there were those episodes of Dream Champ Tournament Versus back sometime last year where I was racing against Super Alex 641 in a game. If you've not seen that, I guess I could put a link to that playlist on screen now. I am still planning on doing best moments montages for that series, it's just I haven't worked on that in a very long time, so that's something that I may get on with at some point. We shall see. I intend to finish it, I just don't know when, but that was a video series that I did, and there were 2 episodes in that where his microphone sensitivity was at about 80,000, and so he's, as I said in the video proper, he sounds like total arse. On a completely unrelated note, I really don't want to think about how long it's going to take to send the footage from my phone to my computer, because every time I record something on my phone, and you can tell when I've recorded on my phone because it's widescreen H definition, confusing all the terms there. You can tell when it's phone footage, but that, for some reason, takes absolutely ages to send from my phone to my computer, because I always use Bluetooth, because I don't think I have a wired connection to connect the two, and if I do, well, screw me. For some reason, Bluetooth takes ages, even when the phone is literally right next to the computer, and that's kind of frustrating, because it takes ages to send a video that's 20 to 30 seconds long, and this is already over 6 minutes before editing, and that's not really enough to qualify as a, well, I mean, it is enough to qualify as a VEDA video, because it's a video that I've made and edited and uploaded in the space of a single day, but technicalities. The point is, I want to have actual substance to this VEDA, but when there's vlogs are hard because my life is boring. I mean, I could talk about the mundanities of my real world life, but again, not much to say. This morning was very loud and I wondered why, and then when I went out, because as you know by now, I try to make sure that I'm not in this flat between 10 and 10:30 on Wednesdays, because they do the fire alarms, and I do not want to be around for that. And so I got up early, as I do on Wednesdays, and I thought, oh, this is a very loud morning. It's morninging very loudly outside. And when I got outside to go and be outside for a while, turns out there was one of those so-called, like, I've heard them referred to as cherry pickers, but that was in an episode of The Simpsons, and it just sounds like a Homer Simpsonism. So, you know, those crane things, except like, they fold downwards, they fold upwards, and there's a person who rides them. They're cleaning, like, some corner of the building, anyway. And so it was that, and that was being loud, and yay, entertaining commentary. Now, one thing that occurred to me while I was editing, well, actually, before I... Now, one thing that did occur to me fairly recently is that I haven't recorded Ocarina of Time Master Quest in a while. I was already aware of this. It's been a while since I've recorded that series, because I got really far ahead in that to try and accommodate all of my guest commentators and stuff. It actually only hit me the other day. I've not recorded that since the 18th of February, and I've had enough, like, I've got enough videos to keep me going until, like, I could feasibly wait until the 18th of this month to resume recording. However, I'm probably going to be busy, so I kind of should really get ahead with that. So I intend to record more this week, but wow, I've managed to have a 2-month hiatus in a series, and you can't even tell, because I was that efficient with my editing and uploading and stuff. Another Code R is still on Another Code R I don't batch record, apart from that one time with the Easter break where I had to, because I was away from the Wii for a couple of weeks. So that is still recorded, well, I mean, they're all recorded live, but like, Another Code R continues to be recorded usually a day before the video goes up. It's just Master Quest. Yeah, current footage is from the 18th of February, but after today's episode and Saturday's episode, then we'll be back into present times Tess. Now, I'll be sure to point that out in the episode proper. Oh, I'm semi-looking forward to getting back into that game, because I love the game, but I hate the bit that I have to do next, but it's been a while since I've played it, so maybe it's not that bad after all. Anyway, rambling is a thing that I have done, and if my phone decides to have not framed this properly, this will have been rather awkward, and I don't know, it was worth a try. This, like, if this works, this isn't a guarantee that all of my vlogs, etc. in the future will be filmed in HD. It's just, this is kind of a test thing, and I'll extract data from it and crunch the numbers and be clever. This is a test run, basically, and if it works, then that's encouraging, but not necessarily a guarantee that I will definitely do HD stuff in the future. But I'll continue to render my videos in 720 or... yeah, 720, so at least you've got that. Well, this is maybe the highest definition vlog you'll see on this channel. Certainly up until now, possibly for the foreseeable future. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't work, then I tried. And if it does work, then I'll try again at some point. Anyway, again, rambling about nothing, but then again, that's VEDA if you're just doing the vlog format as opposed to different videos. All that's left to plug is the fact that it's Wednesday, so I'm streaming tonight at 10:30 PM BST, which is 11:30 PM CEST, and 5:30 PM Eastern Standard... No, Eastern Summer... What the fuck do the American time zone stand for? EST, the East Coast of America and Canada, basically. 5:30 PM there. If you're American, you can work out the rest of it from there, and... 10:30 PM normal person time, 11:30 PM European summer time, midnight if you're in like Belarus or somewhere, but Do I have any Belarusian viewers? If you're from Belarus, just leave a comment below. And at this point, I don't know, it'd be rather entertaining if we just had someone from Belarus just commenting lyrics from their Eurovision song in 2011. And I'm not going to give any context, because if you don't know, you should, and if you do know, then well done. The rambling is so real. I have been and will continue to be tessellating hexagons, and I'm actually rather eager to see if this little experiment with the phone has worked or not. And if it hasn't, boo. So, already outroed, see you in the next video, goodbye and have a nice life.